All right, guys, welcome back to Dominion Domination. So, I have fully contained the noob now, and I did not want to take this territory because what happened over here, which I loved, is that Argentina over here, who is at war with the noob as well, because I guess he went to war with like 3 different countries. Because yeah, noob. Anyway, Argentina came in after I bombed it out and took it, and I was like, that is sweet. And if Argentina can keep it, then this is one less territory that I have to set guards on. And I'll set a few guards back here just as secondary, but it'd be wonderful. So I tried to do the same thing here, and maybe it rebelled over to me or something. I don't know, because I was just raining down bombs, and then when I came back, it was mine. So you never really know how that kind of stuff happens. But anyway, that's okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm running back a big force that I really wish I had never needed to send over there, sending back 10 cannon, a tank, and 20 guys. That's going to leave, you can see, 50 infantry. This 40 is staying. This 10 is running over to my other stack, and then 6 cannon. 3 here, and then 3 will be at the other place. 10 guys are coming over here, and then you can see another 10 or 12 are moving in. So I'm going to have these 2 territories stacked. Why not this territory? Because of railguns. Now, one thing I did notice is the noob is gone. Okay, if you see those little blocks behind the man, that means that there is nobody there. That is an AI-driven game. If you see no blocks behind the guy like that, that means the person is in the game. So Captain Doofus left the game. And again, at the very beginning of this series, that's what I told you always happens. A noob attacks you, you spank them back to the Stone Age, and then they quit the game. And then you're at war forever with the AI, and it sucks. Now, I have found that if you're persistent and you keep on, sometimes the AI will go back to peacetime with you. So I'm just going to keep on every couple days, send him an offer for right-of-way, switch to peace, and immediately right-of-way, and hopefully he'll go for that. So here's what's coming back my way for the stack at Baghdad. Nice big stack of 10 cannon and a tank. I can use those. And then this stack is coming back from the earlier battles in the east. 2 tanks and 20 infantry. So these 2 are coming over to my secondary defensive position here. Gonna stay. I'll probably come forward to here, even though railguns can arc over here. Now that the noob is gone, I'm not convinced that the AI is going to be as vindictive and trying to do all kinds of sneaky crap. That's not to say the AI won't play a game that's a good game. It will. But it's less likely to build railguns and, excessive things like that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I am glad the noob is gone. That means that any kind of personal, he seemed to be real butthurt. And, going to war with me 3 different times, it's like, dude, get over me. Are you in love with me? Like, geez. So anyway, that's really cool. I'm coming back now with a bunch of tanks. It looks like 3 tanks and 10 cannon and about 30 infantry will join my main stack down here. I'm just not feeling any pressure. Maybe I'm wrong about that, because Morocco is not at war with anybody. So he's probably he's at war with 2 countries. Okay, well, Ottoman, of course, but Poland. Yeah, Poland should be down here somewhere. Belgium, here's Poland. And okay, so Poland doesn't have anything really, but he does have 1 point of entry into Bulgaria here. Oh, but that's not even Morocco. Morocco's way over here. So, okay, Morocco does not have any worries about Poland. Poland's nowhere near him. So Morocco can focus on entry into Baghdad. So you know what? I may need to go ahead and attack in. I've got plenty of stuff. It's nice to know that I have 10 cannon and 3 tanks coming in reinforcement within about a day and a half. And it's also nice to know I have 4 bombers. 1, 2, 3, 4 bombers coming. 3 of those in about 13 hours, and then the other one in about a day and 20 hours. So started that one a little bit later. And then down here I have a cannon, which probably almost certainly will be a bomber. When this cannon finishes up, I'll put another bomber down. So I should have 6 bombers on the map pretty soon. It's really now a matter of, like, do I need to attack across? I really need to take these 2 territories quick. I don't know what this guy has. Now, keeping in mind, I have a lot of material because I've got this oil field that I've been producing stuff at for a while now. But that's not to say he doesn't have a nice amount of stuff as well. So it's a tough call. I think I'm going to go ahead and attack in. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of stuff. Look at what's there. Almost 40 cannon and 22 tanks, 209. I'm also almost tempted to send in 2 groups. And the reason for that, of course, is that tanks lose effectiveness the more you have as well. So a stack of 10 tanks would have more efficiency than a stack of 22. Just meaning that those 2 stacks of 10, if you look at their attack power and you add them together, it's going to be more than the 22 stack. If you're curious about that, go over to tips and tactics and look at infantry mechanics, because I do talk about tank mechanics just a little bit on that playlist, but it's the same concept. The idea being there's really only room for like 5 tanks. Now, keep in mind 5 tank divisions, so I think that's 5,000 tanks. It might not be the same with tanks. It probably isn't. I know one infantry division is supposedly 1,000, so maybe one tank division is 10 tanks? I don't know. It certainly wouldn't be 1,000. That doesn't make sense to have the same ratio with large armored divisions as you would with infantry. But anyway, the point being, you can only fit 5 in the front line, right? So they get maximum power of attack. And then I think the next 10 get reduced, like significantly reduced power of attack because they're attacking from behind. And then like the next 25 after that are just almost nothing, all the way to 40. And then anything over 40 is just not great at all. So 2 stacks of 10 would definitely be better. Now I've got vision on this sucker. Ooh. All right. Well, now what happens is Baghdad streams in. They just stream in everything. But I'm liking this. Ooh, 145. Okay. Oh, I'm going for it. I'm gonna throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at this. I'm not going to do 2 attacks. I've done 2 attacks in the past and regretted it. You fall short and then you say, well, what if I had put everything on 1 attack? How would that have changed things? And of course, cannon stack forever. So they don't, that thing I was talking about as far as them losing power the more you add to the stack does not happen with cannon. It's linear. So the more cannon, the more power, the more cannon, the more power. It always stays at 1.5 per cannon. That's given 100% morale, which, by the way, I do not have. I have 82% morale. But hey, my enemy down here has 100% morale. That is concerning. I think that's one of the things that makes Baghdad so tough, is that by the time you conquer down to here, you're in these territories that are still rising every day, but, they're recently conquered, fairly recently conquered, as opposed to look at down over here, 100% morale, because I conquered these a long time ago. I moved my capital to here, so that, that penalty for being far away won't affect me as much. So I'm really kind of in a quandary here because I have a lot of material coming to the front, including those, 4 bombers, 3 that will be there within a day. This tank and these 2 tanks and 20 guys. Oh, so tempted to just attack right now. But man, those bombers would really help. Okay, I'm going to hold off. And here's my promise. If Morocco attacks in and gets some of these, I'm going to attack Morocco. I don't care. I'm going to go for it. I'll be pissed. And then, I'll have enough material there because by then I'll have an extra 10 cannon, an extra 3 tanks, an extra 30 infantry, and 4 bombers. So, and with a fighter on site, I should be able to obliterate Baghdad. And if Morocco has the cojones to try to come in there, if he takes a couple of these, I'll take him back. I'll just take him back. And here's my reasoning there is he's all the way across the map. As a rule, I don't like to go to war with other players, but if I go to war with him, all I really have to do are stock a couple defensive positions. I love to defend from the water. You've seen me do it in this very game. It's easy to set. You just set infantry right at the border because as they're getting out of boats, they're very vulnerable. And so your infantry will just make mincemeat of them as they get out of their boats. If you didn't know that tactic, it's a pretty good tactic. Run your men to the edge, and they are extremely vulnerable getting out of their boats. It takes them a long time, and they can't counterattack. Whole time you're just killing them. You're just attacking them. and then keep a couple cannons back here, here, and here, and of course then just be making mincemeat of them. And then I think what my next strategy is going to be is taking over this. Since I've already got a lot of this land over here, might as well take over the rest of this. This is going to be a beast. Kirkuk. I don't know if I told you, but in the newspaper I saw Kirkuk building factories. So this AI is actively building production material. This is going to be a tough enemy to fight. I mean, he starts off tough, and now he's had 20, 30 days of a huge area. He's going to have a lot of infantry, a lot of material, so it's going to be a heck of a battle. But I also don't like just leaving him on my flank. That's a very powerful enemy that I don't just like having there. So once I get Baghdad and secure it, and that means getting up to at least level 2 factories, so that I can start building fighters. I'll continue to build bombers in my expansion, in my what would you call this? Natural, I guess. And then hopefully have a significant air power superiority to take over all this stuff. All right, so that's it. I am going to wait. And what decided me is I figured, you know what? If Morocco somehow gets in and gets a couple, 3 of these or whatever, I'll go ahead and go to war with them. And with the additional troops that I'm waiting for to come in, that'll put me at, what is that? That's 40 and then 50. I'll have 50 cannon. I'll have 25 tanks. And I'll have, by that time, probably more like 250 infantry. So I'm pretty happy with that. And also, that'll allow me to stream in a few more guys to these outside territories. Whoever's developing out here, I've just kind of been sending them in here just to stack them a little bit. I have 1 cannon and about 25 guys in each of these. So maybe by that time, I'll have 30 in each of those. Who knows? Might want to go ahead, since this cannon's not doing anything. I'll go ahead and send him down here. The reason for that, of course, is that if I'm attacking into here, then I'm really attacking into one of the 2 territories that could conceivably attack this one. So this guy's a little more vulnerable. He does have 1, 2 places that can come in and attack him, and it's far away from the main fighting, so they might be more tempted to send out small attack units over there. All right, thanks for checking in, guys. I think the next time I see you, I'm going to be attacking into Baghdad. So hang in there. Check back next time. Adios, amigos.